Hill House stood alone. It was perched atop a desolate hill. The mansion was imposing, its shadow stretching far into the surrounding woods. Dr. John Montague had rented the house. He was a paranormal investigator seeking to unlock the secrets of Hill House. He invited a select group of individuals to join him, each with a history with the supernatural. Dr. Montague hoped to document the strange occurrences. He believed the house was haunted and yearned to understand its power. The house seemed to watch, waiting for its moment. Its darkness was palpable. Eleanor Vance was drawn to Hill House. She was a shy, timid woman with a troubled past and a longing for connection. Theodora, a free-spirited artist, joined the expedition. She possessed a sharp wit and a keen eye for detail. The two women were different, yet united by their fascination with the unknown. They were excited to be a part of Dr. Montague's study. Eleanor especially felt a strange pull toward the house. She sensed a connection that both terrified and intrigued her. Theodora, more skeptical, was ready to face whatever mysteries awaited. Luke Sanderson arrived at Hill House. He was the heir to the estate, charming and skeptical. He was curious about the house's history and did not believe the stories of hauntings. Mr. and Mrs. Dudley were the caretakers, a strange couple who refused to stay in the house after dark. The Dudleys shared chilling tales of the past, speaking of previous inhabitants who had met tragic ends within the mansion's walls. Their stories sent shivers down the spines of the guests. The atmosphere in Hill House was thick with anticipation. The guests settled into Hill House. They were a mix of personalities and motivations. Despite their differences, they found common ground, united by their fascination with the supernatural. The eerie isolation of Hill House forged a bond between them. They relied on each other for comfort and support. Dr. Montague shared his knowledge of the house, revealing its dark and troubled past. He spoke of suicides and unexplained deaths. His words hung heavy in the air. The guests listened intently, both terrified and captivated. Strange occurrences began subtly. They started with whispers and cold drafts. Then the events escalated. Unexplained noises echoed through the halls. Doors slammed shut on their own. Ghostly apparitions appeared in the shadows. The guests were terrorized. They were trapped within the walls of Hill House. Eleanor experienced the brunt of the paranormal activity. She saw things the others didn't. She felt a presence following her. She believed the house was trying to communicate with her. Dr. Montague documented everything. He was convinced that Eleanor was the key to understanding Hill House. Section 6. Eleanor's Descent. As the paranormal activity intensified, Eleanor became more withdrawn. She was caught in a maelstrom of terror and confusion. The line between reality and delusion blurred. Her connection to the house amplified. She felt an overwhelming sense of dread. The house was claiming her as its own. Her fear was palpable. It seeped into the others. Theodora tried to comfort her. She couldn't shake the feeling that something was deeply wrong. Eleanor's grip on reality was slipping. The house was pulling her deeper into its darkness. Section 7. The skeptics arrive. Mrs. Montague, Dr. Montague's colleague, arrived at Hill House. She brought with her Arthur Parker, her friend. He was a skeptic. They hoped to debunk the supernatural occurrences. They were met with resistance. The house seemed determined to keep its secrets. The guests were relieved to have new company. However, Mrs. Montague and Arthur remained unconvinced. They did not experience the same phenomena. Their skepticism only fueled the tension in the house. Section 8. Reclaimed by the darkness. Dr. Montague and Luke decided to evict Eleanor. They feared for her safety. They believed the house was consuming her. Eleanor refused to leave. She felt a strange sense of belonging. She believed Hill House was her true home. In a desperate attempt to escape, Eleanor got into her car. She sped away from Hill House. She lost control of the vehicle. The car careened off the road. The crash was fatal. Section 9. Our Hill House remains. Hill House stood silent. It was a monolith of dread. The guests were gone. Their experiences remained a haunting memory. Had Eleanor been a victim of the supernatural? Or had her own troubled mind led to her demise? The true nature of Hill House remained a mystery. It stood as a reminder of the darkness that can lie within us all. The house on the hill continued to watch. It waited patiently for its next victims.